Frugal Force. Once again, this is Captain Frugal reporting for duty, and here is another episode of Road Rage. But before I get into it, if you do enjoy these videos, please be sure to help me out by hitting like and subscribe and tell your friends about this channel. The more Little Frugal and I, and hopefully American Dream there, can spread the word, the better off it is. Also, if you want to help us, go ahead and look down below in the info bar. There should be a link for a Patreon where you too can also help support us, and we would greatly appreciate it. That money, as you'll see, is going into equipment so we can do better videos, and then it's going to go into materials too for other more recent and current reviews and things like that nature. Also, I'd like to take a moment to make sure I say thank you for everybody that is currently been helping support the channel, whether it be financially or through artwork or whatever means it was. We greatly appreciate everything that you have done. We would not be here if it was not for you. All right, with that said and done, let's start getting into the drama. All right, as you know, there's been a lot of drama videos lately. You know, Twitter this, Twitter that, this writer did this writer did that, and granted, I have done some of those videos. This is not an anti-drama video in any way whatsoever. This is just, you know what? I'm freaking tired. I am so tired lately. Well, I don't know why I've been so tired the last month or so. I really don't. I've just been busy and tired, so I haven't been doing as many live streams. I'm still behind on my Avengers retrospective video. I'm also behind on the flashback from the stash. I have not given up on those guys. I do apologize for their lateness. It's just I haven't gotten to them. I also have a long list of video ideas and concepts I've been working on, like another transitioning video that's been in the works forever. Much like the Carol Danvers one, but this one will be over Wonder Man and how he's changed over time. I have another one I've been working on for ages too, which is Captain America is not a liberal, and with factual backing up of why he is what he is. As well as I have one with Thor. I have a ton of videos lined up. But anyway, I like, as you know me, I like to do fun videos too. And so for today's Road Rage, I'm going to start a fight. The fight is over the topic of Green Lantern. So here's the question. Who's your man? Which Green Lantern, in your opinion, is your Green Lantern? Why is he your Green Lantern? What makes him special to you? For me, my Green Lantern is none other than Hal Jordan. Yes, not the original Green Lantern, mind you, but probably the longest standing. You know, when I was younger, a lot younger, when I was a mere lad, when I started reading, I had a few DC books, but mainly I was a Marvel zombie. I was a Marvel fanboy. The majority of my collection still today is Marvel, though I will say the DC portion has been the area that's been having the most growth. And I've said in other videos, I probably have around 10,000 comic books, 90% are Marvel. Though I will say, I am rough estimating there, because I stopped counting after I hit like 8,000 or something like that. But anyway, the DC portion's been growing. And so anyway, I was reading a lot of Marvel, and I would pick up an occasional DC book here and there. And when I did, my favorite DC character was Green Lantern. Probably the next one would have been Flash, then Batman, Superman, pick up a Justice League once in a while, and a Wonder Woman. But mainly my favorite one was Hal Jordan, you know, Green Lantern. And I was thinking back of why is he? Well, you know, if you think about it, he's one of the closest DC characters to a Marvel character that you could get. Now, granted, a lot of people go, no, that's Batman. Okay, and they're probably right. Batman's probably the closest DC character to a Marvel character, a mainstream one, not some of the lower tier ones, or, you know, B and C list. But probably next would have been Hal Jordan Green Lantern. He really fit a lot of the kind of concepts that you would see in a Marvel book. But also, I don't know, I gravitated to him. He was a space policeman, you know? As a kid, you like the police and all that. I have nothing against the police. I have nothing but respect for the police, just for the record. I think police are great. I hate it how people sit there and bag on the police, but yet they're the first people they call if they need help, right? So anyway, police are very helpful. So anyway, he was an intergalactic police force man, you know, and even before they really opened up the spaceways with the character and the multiple colored rings and all that. This was way before that. This was when Hal Jordan had the gray on the sides. You know, there was just something about him going around policing it. He had interesting villains for characters as well. You know, just outlandish, weird-looking stuff. But I guess one of the things I liked about Hal Jordan is he persisted. His willpower, you know, and you could relate to that. No matter how much stuff was going wrong, you don't quit. You don't lose until you quit. Now, I'm not counting necessarily sports, because if you lose when you get outscored, plain simple, game time's over, you're done. But otherwise, in life, in general, you can keep trying. You can keep hitting it. You can keep going at it. And you know what? And you can open that Green Lantern book, and no matter how crappy things might have been going in your day, you've got this guy that never gives up, no matter how much he's beat down. And he's really nothing more than a regular human with a special tool. Think about that for a minute. You know, people are, well, Batman's super special in DC because he doesn't have any real superpowers. He's a regular human with you know, a bunch of science and tricks. Well, that's really what Green Lantern is too, isn't he? Hal Jordan. You know, I used to love Hal Jordan, as I said, my favorite Green Lantern. I remember watching Super Friends, and every time I turn on those superheroes, Super Friends, or whatever they call them at that time, because they had a different couple name changes, superhero show, whatever it was, I was always hoping every time, will this episode have Green Lantern? And to be honest, when they did have Green Lantern, it wasn't which wasn't often. He didn't do much. Sometimes he'd just be standing there in the background. And he had a weird tan. I mean, he had a really dark tan for some reason in those. But I would remember always, you know, getting super giddy. I know I'm going to get cheap shot in the comments for saying giddy probably. I would get giddy when I'd see Hal in one of the cartoons. Even though it was probably the same stock footage I've seen in the other previous ones with him in most cases. But it was always something special. You know, it's sort of like when I seen Captain America on Spider-Man The Amazing Friends. It was something special. It's like, yes, he's in this one. Oh, there goes a truck. Anyway, and so this is Road Rage. That's where you hear all the road noise. You know, there's just something about Hal Jordan that resonated with me. I loved his outfit, his uniform. I thought it looked cool. I loved the fact that he has a power ring, regular guy, but his willpower with this ring, he would make constructs out of hard light constructs. And it was based usually on the character's personality. You know, the character, and they didn't really expand on this much until later on. You know, how the character, the person really impacts what they make. So the pilot aspect of him, you know, he'd use planes and things like that. You know, it suited his character. Now later on, of course, the characters you'd start seeing more like the in-depth engineering with John Stewart, the artisticness, you know, of Kyle Rayner. Guy Gardner's just brute stuff, like bats and things like that. You get that later on in the mythos, which I think was cool. But anyway, you know, you had him. And yes, we did start getting these other Green Lanterns and stuff, and I liked them too. You know, I liked Guy Gardner because he was a dick, and that's why you liked him, because you don't like him, and that's why you like him. By the way, one punch, okay? One punch. And by the way, I loved it when Hal one-punched Batman. I know I'm going to get some heat for that one. Woo, I'm probably going to feel it for that one. But I remember when I read that, I was like, yeah, Hal. Oh, hell yeah. But anyway, I loved Hal Jordan. He's my favorite Green Lantern. So my question is to you, as I said, is who is your favorite Green Lantern? Why is it your favorite Green Lantern? What makes him or her special to you? Alright, you know, I think I'm going to do more videos like this with some odds and ends topics like this, just to foster some fun discussion. If you guys like this kind of thing, let me know. And once again, before I wrap up this video, please be sure to hit like and subscribe. And if you want to help us out, please feel free to check out our Patreon down below. We really do appreciate it. We've been letting that money build. So, a couple months since I launched the Patreon, and so that money's building because we really could use it. I have this interesting, fun little skit in mind for Little Frugal and I, but it's not possible until we get a boom mic. So we just don't have quite the materials yet to do it. I think it's going to be fun, and some other concepts that we're looking into doing. All right, guys, until next time, keep it frugal.